What does burnout mean? It means you're doing something that you don't want to do and you don't know how to stop it, right? That's what it is. If you saying I hate my job, I can't take this no more, I'm burnt out, I'm over it, okay? Girl, bye, all that kind of stuff you hear. What you telling me is that you have something in your life that you want to change, but you can't change. Because if you could change it, we wouldn't be talking about it. Guys, let me tell you something. I chased the bag. I caught the bag. I deposited the bag in the bank and I was empty. Didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to do. Like, how in the what world exists where you accomplished? You did everything everything they said to do, and you empty. It didn't hit like you thought it was gonna hit. The stuck is an interesting position to be in. It ain't that you ever seen a car get bogged down, like in the mud or something? Them tires are spinning. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. You might even be like, doing this right here, like you dancing or something, but you ain't going nowhere. You're not going forward and you can't go back. Welcome back to another episode of Empowerment with Dr. Lawrence. I am your host, Dr. Lawrence. Look, wherever you're receiving this information, wherever you're watching this, look, thank you for making me part of your day. Wow. So there's a lot been going on lately. We launched a book that's been doing great. I've been able to get feedback from you, and in light of the feedback, I'm going to switch it up today. So we're in a more relaxed environment today. I'm going to talk about what's coming out in the next couple of weeks. So I'm big on so what. If you follow me for any length of time, you know that I'm big on so what. Why are you telling me this? How am I going to use this in my life? What's the point? So what? Well, looking at the feedback, immediately I get that this is resonating with people. But then we get to the so what. Why should we care about our capacity? Why should we care about the 5 areas where our capacity hits? And that answer, short and skinny, is because it's your roadmap, right? The roadmap to where you want to be. You want better relationships. You have to understand where you are, right? And here's the other thing that jumped out with all the feedback that I got. You got to be careful what you ask for sometimes. You ask for people to comment. What people aren't commenting where everybody can see. They're sending it to me. And one of the things that keeps coming up and up and up is burnout. And so today, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about burnout. And just to let you know, this new format we're trying, we're going to focus on a particular topic. We're going to try to drill deep into it just to provide meaning and answer that so what question, because here's the reality. You're gracious enough with watching me. You're spending your time with me. You're supporting the things that we're trying to build and the message that we're trying to get out. And I wanted to make sure that I'm respectful for that. So today we're going to be talking about burnout. What is burnout? It's a buzzword, first of all. Everybody today is burnt out with something, and it's funny. People have to have a diagnosis today, and they have to have a label, and I don't necessarily agree with all of that, right? But if somebody's burnout, what that means, I'm not giving you Webster's dictionary. This is the Book of Lawrence. What does burnout mean? It means you're doing something that you don't want to do, and you don't know how to stop it, right? That's what it is. If you saying I hate my job, I can't take this no more, I'm burnt out, I'm over it, okay? Girl, bye, all that kind of stuff you hear. What you telling me is that you have something in your life that you want to change, but you can't change. Because if you could change it, we wouldn't be talking about it. You don't get burnt out at your favorite football game. You don't get burned out at your concert. You don't get burned out in your car listening to your music. You don't get burned out if you're a gym rat. You don't get burned out at the gym. You might burn your muscles out, but you're going to be back there tomorrow. So how we get into this burnout? Where is coming from? So take the buzzword stuff aside. Put that to the side. Burnout means I am doing something that I don't want to do and I don't know how to do it. If you hate your job, you in that job for 2 reasons. 1 or 2 reasons. You need the money or you don't have any other options. 100%. And let's not get deep. Just keep it a buck. If you are doing something that you hate, common sense, if you could change it, you would change it. So let's say we don't know how to change it. Oh, well, then this guy on the internet keep talking about capacity. Yeah. Let's talk. That guy, I'm that guy. We're talking about how to handle the things in life that we otherwise don't know. Here's something else. Burnout. This is how I see burnout when I work with people all across the country, right? I'm successful. You got to get the bag. You got to work hard. Guys, let me tell you something. I chased the bag. I caught the bag. I deposited the bag in the bank and I was empty. Didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to do. Like, how in the what world exists where you did everything everything they said to do, and you empty. It didn't hit like you thought it was going to hit. The chest didn't poke out like you thought. You were empty. You know how many people that chase the bag at the expense of their family? And not the cliche thing, you on your deathbed, I wish I spent more time with my family. Like 100%. Like I would give everything I own to spend time with mom again. I would give everything I own to go and rectify this situation. But you chased the bag and you got good at it. And then you didn't know what to do with the world that you created. Oh, see, that's a capacity thing, right? You see, I have a lot of friends that went to the NFL and they got there and they had various degrees of success in the NFL, and then they get out and they don't know what to do. Well, are they a failure? No, tremendous work to do something that a fraction of the society can even do, right? But here you are. You don't know what to do. A buddy of mine, a good friend of mine, he recently retired, the fourth highest NCO, non-commissioned officer in the United States Army. He recently retired. And, what's next? He was like, man, look, I did this 26, 30 or something like that. I'm going to take some time to just enjoy me, right? That's rare. What do you do once you got the bag? When you've worked hard as you could and you don't know where to go? Well, you have to establish a new goal. What do you mean? Well, okay. When you were 15, you just wanted to be 21, right? When you got 21, you just wanted to be able to rent a car. You had to be 25 to do that. And then, all these goals. But here's what's funny. That 25-year-old does not think like the 15-year-old. They are two different people. How many of you got married in your 20s or your 30s and now you're 50? Well, you've gone through iterations of change. That person that you married ain't the same size no more. They don't think the same. You still love them, but they're not the same person. So what did you do? You evolved. So this is where the frustration comes. I got the job. I'm a partner now. I finished my clinicals. Now what? Now, what are you going to do? You uber successful. What your date look like? That's a good question. So here's the thing. Burnout to me is when you are faced with obstacles that you don't know how to change, and otherwise you would. And most likely than not, you've been trying to change it, because if you could change it, you would change it. Okay, you're on these Facebook groups and your girl said this and mama said that and such and so forth. I'm going to misinterpret what my pastor said if you even going to church, and then I'm still stuck. Ooh, so we stuck. See, stuck is an interesting position to be in. It ain't that you ever seen a car get bogged down, like in the mud or something? Them tires are spinning. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. You might even be like, doing this right here, like you're dancing or something, but you ain't going nowhere. You're not going forward and you can't go back. Oh, what you have to do, you got to get off that gas. You got to get out there and get dirty a little bit. You You got to put something under that tire, or you got to go hook something up to the front of your vehicle and help somebody get you out. Well, that's why I wrote the Performance Capacity Index, to help you get unstuck. So many people spinning their wheels. It ain't about the money. It ain't about, let's get off of money. Okay, a lot of people have wrote me about the relationships. And funny enough, not even like in the personal life, relationships at work. Okay. All things being equal, people want to do business with their friends. All things being not equal, people want to do business with their friends. And if you ain't got no friends at work, baby, guess what you ain't doing? You're not going to climb the ladder. And that's even if you got your own company. If they don't like you, they're not going to work with you. Notice I didn't say for you. That's a mindset. They're not going to work with you. They got to like you. But you're stuck. You're spinning your wheels. Well, that's what we wrote the book for. The way you get unstuck is to stop. You got to stop. And if you're stuck, you got to reconcile in your mind that you're going to have to get dirty for a little while just to be able to get out of this, right? That's a part of the process. Because you can always clean up. You can always spray a little water and wash your shoes off and so forth. But you got to get unstuck. Well, the problem is, and this is where structural capacity comes in, people don't know how to do it. I would do it if I could. Because all this advice I get, all these AI chat bots and faceless content, people telling me all this fantastical stuff that means nowhere, and all these assessments that I took, it's not making me get unstuck. It's not pulling me forward. The so what at this point, because, I'm a big so what person. This is what I want you to do. If you've listened to me this far, chances are you bought the book. Thank you. But what's next? What's the so what? The so what? See where you are. Your feet cannot go where your eyes have never been. And so sometimes being still, stillness doesn't mean not moving. Stillness is a mindset. Slow yourself down and understand where you are. And that's why I created the Performance Capacity Snapshot. It tells you where you are. I'm not trying to diagnose you. It's no judgment, just answers. Where am I today? Right? Because if you know where you are today, if you can get out of the car and just see how far deep in the mud you are, you know how to get out. See, the great thing about measuring things is if I can tell you where I am today and I apply a little intervention and we come back to it in 30, 60, 90 days, I can reassess myself. I can see on paper, tangibly, where I am. But in that process, what you really get to see is improved relationships. One of the things we talked about, one of the questions that resonated with people when we started talking about relational capacity was how are people experiencing you? That bothered y'all for some reason, and that's cool. Well, let's stick there for a second. If we understand where we are and we put a plan together, we understand where we want to go, and we can understand how people are experiencing us, then you get immediate feedback. Oh, that's encouraging. Because if you stuck and that car do that just for a little bit, oh baby, we got it. You got all this energy. It fuels the motivation to get to where you want to be. Here's what I want to say, and I'm gonna close with this. If you're burnout, if you hate your job, if you are chasing the bag, if you are spinning your wheels and you're not going anywhere, I want you to stop. I want you to take the Performance Capacity Snapshot, the links below, okay, and understand where you are. And you guys have done something really neat. You guys have been very forthcoming with the things that you like and that you don't like. And I'm appreciative of that. So come back. Let's keep that going. Come back and let me know where we are, because I want to help you get there. When I've been stuck, I've had tremendous, I'm going to say it this way. I've been tremendously blessed to have people in my life to just point out, hey, man, this is where you are. The stuff that I developed, it's come with blood, sweat, and tears. So I'm very confident that if you just slow down a second, You can get an established picture of where you are, where you want to go, and we can create the blueprint to get you there. That's all we have today. And I'm gonna leave you with this. Okay. If you can fix your mouth rather, to say that you're burnout, let's fix our actions. Can we fix our actions to develop a reality where we're no longer doing things that we cannot sustain? That's all we have for this time. Look, this is Dr. Lawrence. I'm hoping to get a lot of feedback because I really appreciate the feedback you guys give me. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the likes and all of that, the forward, the saves and so forth. Listen, guys, we're doing something. We're changing the game. We're not doing another assessment. This isn't personality. I want you to have a roadmap. Your life is possible. The life that you imagine, your ideal self, is possible. And I'm just grateful that you allowed me to come a part of your journey. So until next time I see you, this is Empowerment with Dr. Lawrence. Take care. See you soon.